The graph of a linear equation is simply the set of all ordered pairs that satisfy the equation. We'll get into more depth here. Let's look at an example. Find several ordered pairs that satisfy the equation 2x plus y equal 4. And what we mean by satisfy the equation is we want to find some x values and some y values that we can plug into here, and that the equation will equal 4. Well, I'm just going to randomly find a couple. Let's just let x equal 1. Let's see what happens if I plug a 1 in for x. Notice the equation becomes fairly simple. I just need to find out what my y value is. So 2 times 1 is 2, and I can subtract 2. So when x is 1, the corresponding y value that will satisfy this equation must be 2. So that means the ordered pair 1, 2 will satisfy this equation. Let's quickly check. If I plug a 1 in for x and a 2 in for y, I get 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2, which is 4. Now let's just do this a couple more times. Here's my equation. I already knew that 1 and 2 is an ordered pair. I'll find another one, and I'm just going to randomly pick an x value. I could certainly pick a y value and then find the corresponding x value, but I'm going to randomly pick another x value. Maybe I'll pick -1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the -1 into my equation, and I'll try to find the corresponding y value. So let's plug in a -1 in for x, and we'll try to find the y value. 2 times -1 is -2. Add 2 to both sides. So when x is -1, the corresponding y value that will satisfy this equation must be 6. So that tells me that the ordered pair -1 and 6 is on the graph of that line. Let's try one more. How about if I let x equal 2? I'll find one more ordered pair. I could do this forever. I could find as many as I wanted. Let's plug the 2 in for x. Two times 2 is 4. Solving for y, I subtract 4 from both sides. So the point that corresponds with the x value of 2 is a y value of 0, which tells me that 2, 0 is another ordered pair on the graph. Let me get another sheet of paper. Let me write down the equation. I have found the following ordered pairs that satisfy this equation. The point 1, 2, the point -1, 6, and the point 2 and 0. Now let's construct a rectangular coordinate system, and let's plot these 3 points. I have to be fairly accurate with my scale. Graph paper is a really nice tool to use when you're sketching linear equations. If you can find some graph paper, it might save you some headaches. If you're like me and not a very good artist, your graphs can sometimes look a little off. So here's my rectangular coordinate system. I have found these 3 points to be on this line. Let's go ahead and plot them. Let's plot the point 1, 2. So that means over 1 in the x, up 2 in the y. Negative 1, 6. Well, that's over negative 1, up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just guessing here. And the point 2, 0, over 2, up 0. And that looks like it's going to be a fairly straight line. If I connect these points, that's supposed to be a straight line. This is the line 2x plus y equal to 4. Now notice, I plotted my 3 ordered pairs and I got a line. I could have found as many ordered pairs as I wanted to, and I could connect the dots, and it will always give me a straight line. What we'll do in a later lecture is I'll show you an easier way to graph linear equations, but I hope we got a basic flavor for how these things work. A linear equation is just a set of ordered pairs. We plot the ordered pairs, connect the dots, and we've got a line.